Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading, in particular, mystery reading number 894. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, chances are that most of the people watching this video are not subscribed, so if you are a reoccurring viewer, you enjoy my work, and would like to help support the growth of my channel, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting that subscribe button down below and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. And if you do stick around and subscribe and support my channel, welcome and thank you very much. So I am feeling very distracted. I feel like I'm picking up on a lot of different energies. You could also be feeling overwhelmed with different energies or signs or messages. But getting into interpreting number 894, well actually, I just looked down at the timer and I saw the number 111, which is a sign to trust yourself, and it can also be a sign to trust myself if a reading is feeling particularly guided. And I feel like this is a message for both of us. You feel the chaos, I'm picking up on it, so that's just a message or confirmation there to trust the energy it feels like. But now moving into interpreting the number 894, the number 8 is about, I've been on this number for a while now, but for those of you who don't know, for me that number is about letting go of someone or something, trusting that what is lost will be replaced, that really finding acceptance, closure, that release will be worth it, that it is the right thing to do energetically, spiritually. There's another energy that I'm feeling too. I feel like there's something significant here about alignment, that releasing someone or something or many someones or many somethings that aren't good for you. It's important that you do that so you can align yourself with a future that you deserve. What might be another important message is to not worry so much about the future or, dwell on the past, and just try to stay present. What chaos, what energies are pulling on your energy now in a way that is heavy, that is overwhelming, that makes it harder to trust yourself, to believe in yourself. Someone or something here could definitely be draining your energy, your hope, your optimism, and it's important to release whoever or whatever that is. I'm seeing a card that I have that says spiritual detox on it. So maybe that's something you feel called to do, and whatever you need to walk away from or release or let go, it's more than one thing, and it's on many different levels. It's mental, it's emotional, it's spiritual, it's physical, which feels exactly like a detox of, I want to say negativity, to be vague about it. People and things that, like I said before, take away your hope, your faith, your joy. You deserve to be hopeful about the future, about future relationships, a future job, whatever it is. Many things. You deserve to look forward to the future of many aspects of your life. And that doesn't mean to be blinded by the light and to only be hopeful. Sometimes being realistic, which can sometimes be perceived as negativity, that can help keep us grounded. But just like there can be too much negativity, there can be too much positivity. So it's important to find a balance between the two, a balance between imagination and realism. Being equally in touch with your physical senses and your physical reality as much as you are with your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, your inner world, and your outer world. And I'm thinking of a card that I see in readings sometimes. I don't know what the deck is called, but it's something about being between worlds. So maybe that's significant for you, but the number 9 is about purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. I feel like this number is particularly important or significant for somebody who feels like they are being called to go through a spiritual detox to heal and release everyone and everything that does not support your healing. Things, if they're not already, they're going to shift for you personally, but they are also shifting, on a macro level, globally, maybe even universally. And I feel like you're being called to move with this change, to flow with it, and to allow things to be as they're meant to be, to change as they are meant to change. And that's not to say that embracing loss is going to be easy, but it's important that you do. I'm also being reminded of a card that I have that says, if it was easy, everybody would do it, which is just confirmation that the universe recognizes that the changes that you're going through are not easy, but you do have the strength to navigate and to keep moving forward as long as you hold on to your hope and your faith. It feels, even more important to release those things or those people that try to knock you down or make you pessimistic or have that doomsday mindset or anything like that, because your faith, your hope is your strength, it feels like. This number 9 is also confirmation for a sense of purpose that you feel led by in terms of this spiritual detox or your healing. You are part of a greater movement, whoever needs to hear that. And the number 4 is, it can be a sign that your ancestors are present with you. It's also about stability. It can be about balance for me as well, because I associate the number 2 with the number 4, so the number 2 could be significant for you, maybe 892, that reading. But this stability, again, I see it as, it could be emotional stability, mental stability, spiritual stability, having a stable belief system, something that you can lean into when it comes to faith. It can also be about material or physical stability. And this, if you resonate with the spiritual detox thing, that's many different levels for you, but it doesn't have to be. If it's only emotional, then only take the part about emotional stability. If it's only physical, only take the part about physical stability. That feels like it's just extra confirmation from your spirit guides about whatever kind of stability and balance and peace and healing that you are seeking. You creating a healthier, more stable foundation inside and out for yourself is contributing to a more stable foundation on a macro level, like I was saying, globally, maybe even universally, because energy matters and it travels and it does have an effect. Adding up these numbers, 8 plus 9, for some reason I wanted to say it's 10, obviously it's not, but maybe that number is significant for somebody. 8 plus 9 is 17, and 17 plus 4 is 21, 2 plus 1 is 3, and 3 is about communication, expressing yourself. I'm seeing the number 333 when I saw it on the stove earlier. This feels, it can also be about, this number can be a confirmation of healing, because I do see it related to the number 333. It can also be about growth and investment, but it mostly feels like this is about using your voice, expressing yourself, being honest about what you think, what you feel, what you need, what you want, what you believe. This feels like it's about aligning your inner world with your outer world. In other words, being authentic and being honest about who you are and where you feel called and the types of decisions that you feel called to make. I'm being reminded again of how important alignment is, and I just looked down at the timer. I saw the number 33 seconds because it's about to cut off from recording, so that just feels like confirmation for you to use your voice through letting go, through action, through words, through trust, and your faith. And I want to say through your spirit guides, I do associate the number 10 as confirmation of your spirit guides being near, but it could also be more specifically your ancestors too. I'm going to start wrapping up this reading by drawing out a card from the Ancestor Spirit Oracle that I felt called to use for this reading. We're going to see how it, what else wants to come through for you and how it might come back and, add to the messages related to 894. I feel in particular that your ancestors are very extremely present in this reading because I think they want you to know the power of your voice, the power of release, of your faith, of your purpose. I feel like they are here to confirm whatever sense of purpose you feel led by, whatever losses you feel called to embrace. They want you to have healthier, safer relationships, home life, foundation, to contribute to the collective, to be part of a greater movement, of a greater change, of a greater release. This feels like it's a very deep reading for somebody. And I just want you to know that whatever you're doing to help make this world a better place, to help make your world a better place, this is a huge confirmation for you. So let's go ahead and draw out this card that I'll call to pull for you. Wow, your ancestors are very, very present. So we have the card that says connect with past loved ones. It says sense, feel, and reconnect. I think this is just even more confirmation that your spirit guides are like, hey, we're here for you. We really, really are. I think they want you to sense their presence, to feel their presence, and to reconnect with loved ones on the other side. I feel like for some of you, I'm going to take it if it resonates, maybe most of you, it really depends who's watching this, but there is a message here for somebody that someone that you lost, a loved one, an ancestor that has moved on to the other side, I feel like they're really trying to reach out to you and connect with you to help guide you and support you in your journey of healing, making a difference, using your voice, that type of thing. And I really, really feel strongly that they are backing you, as long as, as well as other ancestors as well. I personally believe that ancestors are particularly present with the collective because, just as much as there's a push in this reality for better, for a safer world, more peace, there's also the same push spiritually on the other side. Because what happens in this world happens in their world, and vice versa. And I also just believe that humans in spirit or in physical form, we all want the same thing, which is to manifest a reality that is about love and not hate and survival. Love and stability rather than hate and survival. For others of you who don't resonate with, a past loved one that that you lost, that you knew in this life, this is just a more general message about there being, people from your bloodline being present with you in spirit. I just feel like there's a lot of support here, a lot of energy, a lot of love, a lot of encouragement. I think they really, really want you to, or they encourage you rather, to believe in yourself and to trust yourself. I do think it's interesting that at the beginning of this reading, there was a sign for both me and you to trust the energy. And I feel like not only does this apply to chaos, but it also applies to peace that is coming from the spirit realm, your ancestors, from the other side.